petitionary force, asking power in the theater of dependency. The metaphysics of asking. Every act of asking performs two acts at once. It requests an object and simultaneously submits a question about its right to request. Asking is not a request, but a risk, a wager that the world will not punish the exposure of one's need. Therefore, every question is a tiny martyrdom, a brief surrender of sovereignty in the hope of acquiring a different kind of power. To ask is to draw another into a structure of reciprocity they did not know to choose. To receive a request is to be pressed, even gently, into a theater of moral decision. Hence the unease that attends even the simplest. Do you have the time? Petition is the ritualized inversion of strength, a force that wields weakness as its weapon, making incapacity itself into a form of demand. It is a choreography of abstitution, speech that performs its own retreat in order to advance. Begging is power in disguise, a careful stage helplessness that obliges the powerful to enact their power publicly. In the beggar's display of vulnerability, the powerful are asked to perform themselves. Humility is never innocent. Every bow contains a lever. Every supplication carries the ghost of the command. The beggar lowers themselves in order to raise the obligation of the one addressed. Every request is a trespass onto another's territory. It is a soft aggression that announces itself under the banner of politeness. This is why asking too much feels like theft and why refusal feels like resistance to an invasion. To be petitioned is to be placed in a position of judgment. To refuse is to condemn. To grant is to rule. Asking reveals the latent sovereign buried in every listener. Can you pass the salt? Is the weaponization of gentleness. It uses kindness as a form of coercion, obliging agreement by the very softness of its phrasing. Petition is a mimetic act. One does not merely want a thing, one wants the other's willingness to give the thing. What is desired is not the object, but the desire confirmed by the other's consent. Demand and entreaty are rival twins. One asserts its right, the other asserts its helplessness, yet each competes for the same recognition. Both seek the mimetic prize, the transformation of the other's freedom into one's own benefit. Every plea offers the petitioner as a gift to the petitioned. You will owe me nothing except my gratitude. Gratitude becomes a currency convertible into obligation. Infancy is the primordial theater of petition. Need precedes language, yet already speaks through gesture, cry, and incapacity. We learn early that helplessness works, and we spend the rest of our lives formalizing this discovery. The child's pleas is a revival of the ancient belief in the omnipotence of thought, speech as spell, desire as incantation. When the parent yields, the world briefly confirms the magic. Petition is the first political formation. The infant elects a sovereign by crying. Every later politics is a recapitulation of the primal negotiation between voice and power. A petition is a primitive machine, a device built from language to produce an outcome in another's will. It is techne, applied to interpersonal space. Every polity phrase request, I wonder if, is a spell with reduced voltage. The softened incantation of a desire seeking safe passage. Petition is the modern of the magical thinking, slower but still enchanted. Force is a kind of atmospheric pressure, a social weather that presses upon the addressee, inducing compliance through guilt, sympathy, proximity, or fatigue. Petition is always an appeal to an exception. It asks that the law be bent, suspended, softened, or interpreted with clemency. Mercy is the surplus value of justice. The sovereign is the one who may say yes or no. The petitioner is the one who transforms the yes into grace and the no into judgment. The act of asking crowns the listener with temporary omnipotence. A system without petition would be tyranny. A system with only petition would be chaos. Human society lives between these poles, woven by a fabric of requests, refusals, and negotiated permissions. The theater of exposure. The body is the first instrument of petition. Kneeling, bowing, clasping, prostration, trembling, the pink throat of the burgling, all are pre-linguistic currencies of supplication. Begging is a corporeal scandal, an intentional exposure of need that obliges the onlooker to confront their own aversion. It monetizes embarrassment, turning discomfort into coin. Every beggar stages a drama of choicelessness. Even when choice remains, the fiction of necessity is the costume that makes the performance credible. Without this costume, the act collapses into accusation. Petition as seduction and counter-seduction. Petition seduces by offering the listener the role of benefactor, savior, patron, deity, appealing to every dormant fantasy of generosity. Pretty please is the infantile charm turned adult tactic, a performative sweetness masking the sharp edge of a demand. In sweetness lies the sting. Every seduction contains a petition. Choose me. Every petition contains a seduction. Grant me. The two differ only in tempo and ornament. Civilization is a network of formalized pleas, applications, requests, submissions, references, appeals, bureaucratized begging, dressed in neutral prose. Competition is petition made quantitative, a mass supplication disguised as mediocrity. Ranking is the calculus of begging. Institutions beg as much as individuals. Universities, museums, charities all engage in polite mendacity called fundraising. Patronage is the only petition in reverse. Repetition in return. Every petition is a repetition, a replay of earlier dependencies, a revival of infant demands, a renewal of the primal drama of need and grant. To ask is to relive the tension between hope and humiliation, yearning and fear, omnipotence and impotence. We ask because we once were heard. We ask because we were once were refused. The force of petition persists because we are never free of dependency. Autonomy is the myth we tell to conceal our petitory condition. Asking reveals the truth beneath the myth. Asking reveals the truth beneath the myth. Asking reveals the truth beneath the myth.